Yo, A1 Trading Squad, y'all have to know that 2020 was a crazy trading year. And the more we get into 2021, I'm starting to think that 2021 is like the stepbrother or step cousin of 2020. Because it's not too far off, especially with what's happening to the indices and just the whole market in general. As you all know, the pandemic caused us to plummet in 2020. Well, this year doesn't seem to be far off from it yet. And why do I say yet? Because we have the constant worry of inflation. Will this cause as much as a mark as the pandemic did? I don't think so. Wednesday or tomorrow, our favorite moneymaker machine, Jerome Powell, is set to go on for a Fed meeting. So how is this gonna go? Is he gonna touch on inflation? Is he gonna say nothing about inflation? We don't really know. But I do know one thing. The harder he tries not to say something, more than likely it's gonna impact the markets regardless. So how do we trade the indices? How do we get ready for this meeting? Because it's gonna be crucial to investors, both in the long term and the short term. Well, let's hop over to the charts. Let's take a look at the NAS, SPX, and US30 to see what we see and how to get ready for the Fed meeting tomorrow if we're trading in the short term. And then, of course, I will tell you all my thoughts on the long term. So basically today, we're gonna figure out, is it more crucial for you to have paper hands or to have diamond hands, okay? Alright, so be sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this, and share it with a friend if they want to know about the indices or how to trade them or what to do about the markets in general for both short term and long term. Alright, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so I gotta record this again because I forgot to run audio on the last recording. But as y'all can see, we're here on the charts right now. And yeah, so let's talk about some trading opportunities on the short term to all my day traders out there, and also on the long term to my swing traders, traders also involved in the stock market. Let's talk about it all, but let's begin on the short term. Okay, so short term for SPX500 or S&P, if you want to get basic. As y'all can see, S&P is in heaven right now. Okay, it is knocking on the doorway to heaven. This was the initial high that it broke right here, which is crazy, right? It broke that initial high, which was 3954.86. And right now we're floating around 3966 range, okay? So tomorrow, as I told y'all, our moneymaker machine, quote unquote, as everyone loves to say, Jerome Powell is going to be speaking on a Fed meeting about inflation. And as I said in the intro, you know, he's going to try not to say anything that is going to cause the market to react. But we're just in a drama queen market right now. That's just what it is. We are. So with that being said, I am looking for opportunities, in particular tomorrow, for a strong rebound by the market. Because sometimes, as I just said, you know, we're in a dramatic market and we have a strong sell-off and then the market captures it. And then we're going back to like the other side, okay? And I think, in all honesty, for me, I'm just bullish on the indices, on S&P, on NAS, on US30, because, you know, we got a stimmy, as most of you know, and your bank account, hopefully. If that has happened, then a lot of people, they're going to be sticking money into the markets. Now, a lot of people say like, oh, you know, they're going to just go into BTC and Ethereum and the dollar is going to depreciate. Well, one, it is true that the dollar is depreciating the more that the government prints off money, okay? Because, you know, rent will go higher eventually. Our food might get more expensive. That's just the name of the game. And that's just year by year. Life gets more expensive, right? Okay, we're not living in like our grandparents' age when rent was $300 a month. I wish, by the way, that would be nice. Okay, we're not in that age anymore. So rent is always going to get more and more expensive, but wages hopefully will follow. And then everything will balance itself out. Sometimes that just doesn't happen. But anyway, in terms of investing, when inflation is a problem and when the dollar is being depreciated, the market is supposed to go down, you know, theoretically, okay? Because it just makes sense. But here's my thinking about it. With the $1,400 stimulus, I feel like we will have people, a good chunk of people, because we are in a investing day and age where investing is cool and you need to look at ways to make your money grow. I think a lot of people have become aware of that, especially in 2020, because we all know what happened. So people automatically were like, how can I make money online, and how can my money make money for itself? That was what everyone was thinking. Okay, more people than the norm, I will say. So in terms of how to trade this, I think we have people that have $1,400 extra dollars. Okay, some people really need it for their bills. Like I would say, a majority need it for their bills and they need help. But there's also a big percentage, in my opinion, that want to make money with that $1,400. So to me, we will see, in my opinion, more upside, okay? Because right now, of course, we're breaking records. It's one of those things where, how much higher can the market go? Well, as me and Nick always say, just because it's high doesn't mean it can't go higher. But if we're day trading, how can we capitalize on that in the short term? So for me personally, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're at 3967 right now. And again, we broke the record of going above 3954. Well, I'm going to look for a break and retest, okay? This is a very strong support zone because price has touched that many times, in my opinion. Well, that doesn't have to be in my opinion. Just know this isn't financial advice, okay? We can see that price has touched this many times, this range of 3890. We see that, obviously, okay? So, since price has touched that many times, I'm going to look for price to go back down there during the meeting because it very may well happen, okay? And if it gets really crazy, then my next opportunity that I'm going to look for is right here. It's going to be around here of this range of 3789. I like to give myself 3 moments because how people love to invest, well, how people that I know like to invest on the long term, and I think this is really smart, if you want to jot this down, is that when we're in a market sell-off, they buy a little bit when it goes down. And then if it goes down again, they buy times 2 that. And if it goes down again, they buy times 5 that. Basically, they buy the dip time and time again, okay? And that can all depend on how aggressive you want to be with it, but it can somewhat relate to short-term trading too, okay? In a way, it depends if you're day trading or, if you're long-term trading. Now, for me personally, I trade like within a day. So this would be my first entry point that I'll be looking for. And then if it gets really bad, I'm going to be looking for an entry point here. Okay, this is just for day trading. Now, if I was to swing and, do long-term trading, then we're going to look more for down here. I'm going to wait until the market really corrects itself. Right here or really right here. 3668. So I would say to my swing traders out there, that's what I'm looking for personally, because I don't have enough data since we're breaking records to see, if I wanted to swing this, where am I going to get out? I can't get out anywhere that historically it's been because we're breaking records. So again, just for a small recap, day traders out there, for S&P, an entry point that I'm looking for, because I'm not going to sell S&P, I'm only going to buy it, in my opinion, because I'm bullish on it. And also I like to do more, trend trading. And obviously, as y'all can see, we're in a super uptrend right now. Okay, obviously from this point here on the 20th of October, not the 20th, but 2020 of October 30th, we've been in a very strong uptrend. Even before then, look here. Okay, we've been in a strong uptrend since, March. Okay, we've been in a strong uptrend. That's been happening. Of course, we've got to give back some of the gains, but overall, very strong uptrend. So anyway, to my day traders, that's what I'm looking for. 3890 as a point to get in, and then I'm going to look here if it gets really crazy. 3789 is going to be an entry point, and I might swing that up a little bit. 3807, I like that. That general range is what I'm looking for. And if that doesn't work out, then, it is what it is. I'll look for another entry point. Long-term traders and also to my swing traders, 3726, 3668. Okay, let's move on to US30. And, US30 in a lot of ways is similar to S&P. And as y'all can see, it really is, in all honesty. It's kind of that same thing that I want to look for. I want to look for, boom, right here, and I want to look for this right here. If we're looking for the, the day trading short-term perspective, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a break right here. Let me get my trend tool out. I'm looking for, boom, break right here, and then we're going to retest here, and then hopefully go further up. And the same thing for here. If we sell right here, I'm going to be looking for it here. But price has to sell off into that range for me to get involved, because I think that's the best time. Now, if I'm going to be swinging, then it's the same thing. Let's copy this right here. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to look for price right here, and then I'm going to look for it like right here around this range, because price has a historical record of always touching that price. So it's kind of the same strategy for US30, because again, we're in heaven right now. We are far up, knocking on the doorway. All right, let's go to NAS100. Now, NAS100, I haven't traded this in a while, I'll be honest with y'all, but I usually have the same, I kind of have the same formula for what I like to trade when it comes to indices. I like to look at significant support and resistance levels. I like to look at the fundamentals of what's going on, which of course has to do with the Fed meeting. So of course, I hope that is going to be a big variable in your trading tomorrow, and as it will be for mine, right? I'm going to look for what Jerome has to say about inflation. How is that going to affect our everyday life? How is it going to look for the year and even years beyond that? Because it will, okay? I got to know if my Chipotle burrito is going to cost $15 or $10 in the future. It's important. Okay, seriously, in terms of investing, for NAS, it's kind of the same thing that I can see here, because the market is slightly up today. Slightly. Well, I say slightly, but 0.74%. That's actually good to be on, well, technically for US30 and SPX to be at record highs. This is good. But it's the same thing for NAS. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for the same thing. Because still, we are in a strong uptrend here on NAS, as we have been, obviously. And of course, we got scared right here, which was like a week ago, or the 5th of March. What's today, the 16th? So yeah, basically about a week ago. So basically, everyone was scared because inflation, okay? Now people are gonna, they're putting their money more into like the travel stocks, the cruises, the airlines, and tech airlines fell. And also it had to do with bonds as well. NAS100 fell here. And this is when people were like, oh, it's happening. Oh, the crash is happening. Hit the panic button. But as you can see, we had a very strong rebound right here on the 10th of March, which was just, about a week ago. So with that being said, for me, for NAS, it's kind of the same thing. Let's look for more sell pressure and to get in here, around here as well. A big investor by the name of Kathy Wood, she got into Tesla like around here as well. Just because, we had a feeling that, NAS is going to go back up. And I don't mean that in terms of like, Tesla was like right here, but Tesla was getting beat up because the NAS was getting beat up. So, for short term, my short term people, my day traders out there, it's kind of the same thing. Tomorrow, let's see what Jerome says. And let's look at, in my opinion, this right here. I like this. I like this price point because price has obviously touched it many times. Very good support zone. And then I like this, of course, here because this is where we bottomed out. Okay? This is where we bottomed out on the 6th of March. So I like this too. So let's look for that as well when it comes for a day trade. But if I'm swing trading, I guess in turn for NAS, it's a little different from S&P and US30 because the NAS isn't breaking a record right now, right? We're not at all-time highs on the NAS, so I can't say that same thing. But so if you want to swing, it's still, in my opinion, a good entry point because obviously you're buying it at a discount. Okay, both of these points of support, you're buying this at a discount. If it goes back down here for the upside for it to come up. So if you want to buy and hold, that's completely fine. But for my day trading people, that's where I would be getting in, and then I would be looking for an out point, like let's say around here. It's the same thing. Out point around here, 13,464. I like that because price has touched it many times. And then, I may have another take profit level right here, 13,696. So take TP1 13464, TP2 13696. Entry points, I'm looking for 12793. Second entry point, I'm looking for 12. Second entry point, I'm looking for 12305. Sorry, this is my niece calling. So that's what I'm looking for in all honesty. Let's go to US30 again, just to, let's do a refresher. Entry point for US30 for me for tomorrow that I'm looking for 32279, and then I'm going to look for an entry point of 31484 if it gets really crazy. And then if it gets really crazy and we just fall to the pits of hell for some reason, I'm looking for 30869, and then I'm looking for 29920. Okay, same thing for S&P. Let's go to S&P. Same thing. Entry point 3890. Entry point 3807 for my day traders out there. Swing traders, you might want to look for 3726 or 3668. Again, you can always swing if you want based on some day trading levels I've said, and just if you just want to hold it, that's completely fine. But that's just for me. If it goes down to that level, like the down levels of 3726, 3668, I don't see that as like you could day trade it, but that's so low I might be more tempted to hold. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me know if you need clarification in the comments. When it comes to long-term investing, though, it's kind of the same thing. I'm going to wait for the market to really go down, in my opinion, to long-term invest in companies that have to do within the index of S&P. Same thing for US30 and same thing for NAS. All right, so I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments down below. Like the video, and of course, subscribe for more content like this. Please join our A1 Trading Stock community. We can talk about kind of what I said in this video, and we can talk about stocks like aside from this. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.